stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. So it's 4th down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. Off the play fake. Here's Love. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got...
Good blocking, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he... Shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run. It's the former LSU Tiger. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Third and long. From the gun, it's Love. That's down the field and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way. The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll run it here with Etienne. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with Love. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. 1st and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's caught left side by Ingram.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Lawrence. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and... A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Now here's Lawrence. That's complete to Etienne.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
2nd down, Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3 touchdowns in this one. He now has 7 for the year. Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Jaguars will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have a 1st down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll stay on the ground. He's inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Packers. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
That one off the crossbar, and it caroms in. Fortunate break there, as somehow he gets it through for the extra point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. In trouble, and down he goes.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Defensively, finding yourself down by this much at this stage of the game, they could just pack it in. They could say, all right, this one's over. We're moving on to next week. They're continuing to play hard. They're continuing to get after the quarterback, and nice start to this drive.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That's caught. It's the tight end Ingram. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. This one caught by the back out of the backfield. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. And he's got another one. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield. A first down throw for Lawrence. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. On first and 10, Lawrence. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the Packers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A good push from the defense. They get him down back at his own 10. So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he spins his way into extra yardage. Going to be a pickup of 9. A good run there. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. Packers set to kick this one away. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Etienne, and he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. A big play for Jacksonville. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A run on 1st and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, they give it to Etienne. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. The extra point, up and good. And the Jaguars will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Love. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Packers. Here's a run going left. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. On play action, Love. And this ball incomplete on third down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. To throw is Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 77 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The kicking team off for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars add on to their already sizable lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. First and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. Then. Second down and 3. Now a give on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here comes Etienne running to the left. Finding space at the 15. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
On 3rd down, they'll run. And here comes the reverse. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Etienne now on 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, run! Hey, I'm gun. There we go.
Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
They'll look to run. It's Etienne. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. The extra point is good. And the Jaguars stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Love. This one into the hands of Marshall. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A second down throw for Love. He completes it to Marshall. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. To throw is Love. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, Mike, this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down. On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender. And you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete. But if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it. This one comes to an end. So shouts to Duval.